Let's now look at problem 10 from the absolute value task in the linear functions chapter and the piecewise linear function lesson. Problem 10 says the absolute value of x is less than 4. So what we want to know is for what values of x makes this statement true. We're going to do this two ways. The first way, we're going to go to Desmos graphing calculator. And in Desmos graphing calculator, we have the graph from number 9. So we already have that written in absolute value of x. So we'll keep that the same. Then next we have equals -1. So I'm just going to say that y equals 4. So now I want to see in what situation is the absolute value of x. So this black graph, when is that less than 4? And I graph the line 4 right here. Okay, so that's y equals 4. So we can see in this situation beneath the red line right here is where my function is true, where the absolute value of x is less than 4. So we know that in this area, x is greater than -4, since I know that's where -4 is, and x is less than +4. So let's zoom this in just a little bit. So in between 4 and -4, where the graph is right here, that's where the absolute value of x is less than 4. Okay, so how do we write that answer? So back on our whiteboard, I know that my answer was true when x was in between -4 and +4. So x was greater than -4 and less than +4. So that's graphically how we can visualize that. Now let's look at that same problem and try to do it without a graph. So let's just change our colors here. So if we have the absolute value of x is less than 4, I like to tell my kids those absolute values, you just separate them. So I know that this is going to give me two equations where x is less than 4. So I kept it exactly the same. X is less than 4. And my second equation over here is going to be x, flip the inequality, is greater than, and make the entire right-hand side of the equation negative. So in this case it's a +4, so -4. And now those are already simplified. So I'm just going to take a number line and graph it. Okay, so I want to see where x is, let's call this 0, call this -4, call this +4. I know your handwriting is going to be much neater than mine. So when x is less than 4, so I know it's less than, so it's going to be an open circle, and I'm going in this direction, not sure where I'm stopping yet, and x has to be greater than -4. So an open circle at -4, and I'm going in the greater than direction, and then I see where they intersect. So it's this area right here. Those are my values for x that make the statement, the absolute value of x is less than 4, true. Okay, so just rewriting this in a nice, neat way, I'm going to take this value and just rewrite it. So I just have that x is going to be greater than -4 and less than +4. So two different ways to get the same answer.